Yo, what up? We back with another edition of Sports Betting with Wes. And I know you guys are used to the attire by now. This is like my my work uniform slash my uniform because all I do is work. So I kind of wear this uniform every day. I just got in. I haven't got a chance to unwind, digress, take this nasty clothes off, jump in the shower, none of that. Because the first thing I want to do is get these tickets out. So before we get into tonight's games, let's talk about last night's tickets. Starting with 76ers covered that 15 and a half to Washington, like I said, 153 to 131. Boston covered that negative 5.5 to Miami, like I said, 147 to 129. Um, Bucks covered that negative 17, I believe. Yep, negative 17 to Houston. Ironically, and I made this bet, not sure. This Pacers covered the positive 5 to Chicago because the Pacers are like the last team I would want to bet on. But right next to them is Chicago and Brooklyn. Those are like the three worst teams to me to bet on. And when they put them against each other, it makes it tough. But today I took the Pacers. The Pacers covered that positive 5 to Chicago, like I said. 145 to 126. Spurs covered that negative 13 and a half to Golden State, like I said. 127 to 113. We just covered that. And Wimby covered the double double, like I said. Everything else did not happen, like I said, as far as Orlando did not cover that 4.5. They would get into Atlanta. They lost by 29, 130 to 101. God damn, Orlando. Toronto did not cover the negative 14 and a half to Sacramento. Sacramento finally came through and won a game. And against a team like Toronto, I mean, the only team I seen Sacramento winning against was Brooklyn. I actually washed my hands. The reason I bet on Toronto, I would have took Sacramento with that 14 and a half. But they've been not covering, regardless of how big the spread is. And when I seen them get slapped around by Brooklyn, I was like, yeah, I'm done with them. So I bet on Toronto. But Toronto didn't cover that 14 and a half. Toronto lost 115 to 123. Um, New York did not cover that negative 15 to Memphis. And Carl Anthony Towns also did not give me a double double. So on to tonight's games. Timberwolves are getting 3.5 from the Pistons. And I'm going to take the Pistons. Over and under is 225 and a half. I'm going to go with the over. Phoenix is getting 5.5 from Charlotte. And I'm going to take Charlotte. Over and under is 221.5. I'm going to go with the over. Lakers are getting 9 points from OKC. I'm going to take the Lakers. Over and under is 227.5. I'm going to go with the over. Pelicans are getting 6.5 from Portland. And Portland is one of those teams I considered like down there with the Pacers and Brooklyn and Chicago. So I always, when they giving somebody points, I always feel like, who do they think they are to be giving somebody some points? So I'm going to go with the Pelicans. Over and under is 232.5. I'm not going to touch it. The Cavaliers are giving up 10.5 points to Golden State. And I'm going to go with the Cavs. Over and under is 226.5. I'm going to bet on the over. And last but not least, the Spurs are giving up 4.5 to the Clippers. I'm going to take the Spurs. The over and under is 231.5. I'm going to bet on the over. And I'm also going to bet that Wimby is going to give me another double-double. Double-double. I'm sorry. Double-double. Double-double. And that will conclude our tickets for tonight. Good luck on y'all tickets. Until we sit down and talk about these games tomorrow. Peace.